Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. 13. Here we go. 180. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down.
And, Brandon, as we continue to see, so much of the influence on this game is now coming from those hybrid-type players. In this case, strong safety, not worried about covering the pass. What a play on the run.
Tackled for a loss.
Yeah, forget the pregame introductions. Introduced himself with authority on that play.
13. Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
Sometimes the coverage is so good, no matter what you're doing on offense, you just can't shake.
Oh, they gave me 1st down.
They try their best to find someone open, but
you play hard
they
now.
took away every passing alley, every angle, and shut the play down.
So the big play has him all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10.
Wait. Go ahead.
Now they return to the ground game. Chubb. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And it'll be 2nd and 12. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. And now a timeout called by the Cowboys defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. On 2nd down, here's Garoppolo. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how...
Now they're coming up on play number 8 of this opening drive, but they're looking at a 3rd and long.
11. Here we go. 180.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. He's going to rifle one. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. play fake here on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot. He's got him in. Complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. They give him a gain of 37.
That's an excellent read right there. Saw cover one. That means it's just a single high safety. So you know if you throw the ball to the outside part of the field, help is going to be a little bit late getting there. And he puts one out there for a big-time completion.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Now he's forced out left. Looking left side, he's got it. Complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 46.
Now let's go.
They'll set up to throw. Dancing to his left. He'll hit the slant route. That's caught by Cooper. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. Pretty solid start for the rookie here on his first drive, Charles.
Able to have some confidence, stepping back into the pocket, move around a little bit, find open receivers, and deliver. That just means his confidence is going to continue to grow because he's getting more and more comfortable with each completed pass.
And on the ground they go with the running back. And his first carry, he loses the football. And this is going to be 49er football. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Out on the field now, here come the 49ers. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
And he'll use his blockers to get this up over the 20 to the 21. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
A dump down to McKinnon. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks.
Well, it's tough to be a defender in today's NFL because there's so many things to account for in today's passing game, including the back sneaking out of the backfield. Not quite as bad as a turkey bowl where you have that center-eligible stuff, but still a lot of guys to account for.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down. The Niners on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is third down and 12. To throw is Garoppolo. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Gone!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Sliding out of the pocket. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. Second down.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Gone! All right, here we go. 3, 9.
He'll drop to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Got an open man. It's Michael Gallup. His first reception of the divisional round matchup, but it's good for a first down as well.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get 3 down to the 34-yard line.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Gone! 4 down.
Back to throw here. Escaping the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away but could not. Solomon Thomas able to get him for a loss of about 3.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
They'll look to throw here. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 34. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line.
Well, this is one of the downsides of being a rookie quarterback. You know you're going to get called out about everything you do that goes wrong. Here, maybe he's a little uncertain about where to go with the football. And at this level, uncertainty equals turnovers. And this one winds up being intercepted.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. Give him 30 yards there.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35.
Like 80. Go ahead.
On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Jalen Smith, the Notre Dame man, in on the tackle.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. A dump down to McKinnon. And he'll go down at the 28. It'll be a gain of 6, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Goodwin, 28 yards. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Gold now out to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Steps away to his left. Now this is taken in. It's complete.
Missed.
This will not go down. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside. And he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
All right, here we go. Blue 90! Blue 90!
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Detroit! Detroit!
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And it's caught. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Bucky Hodges, an 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This one fielded at the 5. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. The 49ers offense making its way back out there. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his right. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
21. Like 80! 80! White!
penalty, Chubb. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, but the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10.
11.
A run for Nick Chubb. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Now Garoppolo throwing on 2nd. They set up the screen to Chubb. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Jimmy Garoppolo with his 2nd touchdown pass of this first half. And the Niners are able to cash in for 6. Gold able to tack on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Cowboys offense heads back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll run it here. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
The passing game's been working quite well so far, but the running game's been a little bit of a struggle, and that's a surprise to me. Typically, when you can throw it, you've opened up lanes for your runners.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll get this one up to the 26. In on the stop, it was Travarius Moore.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Gone! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39.
The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the field. It's caught inside the 25. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. And the young buck showing that ability, that agility to dance outside of the pocket, complete the deep ball.
And don't think for a second that the coaching staff didn't have their heart rate accelerate a little bit there, right? Anytime you have those young quarterbacks and they get outside of the pocket, you're just hoping that they make good decisions because so many things can happen that can go wrong when you throw it downfield like that. He got away with it there and in a big way.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And that'll be incomplete. Intended that time for Cooper. 3rd down here.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
On third down, he'll drop to throw. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper, 23 yards for the touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. No problem there on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And, Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at about the 32. Now a play fake. Garoppolo. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Demarcus Lawrence in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. And now the Cowboys are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have one remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. The game clock sitting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. Play action. Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So 1:56 to play in this first half. Back with more NFC playoff action after this. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
21.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down at about the 33-yard line. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2. Back to the ground. This time it's Peterson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. They run again on first down. Peterson. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
11.
Now they'll throw with Garoppolo. Over the middle, and he's got Goodwin complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That one goes for 16 yards. It sets him up 1st and goal. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. '49ers with their first trip to the red zone thus far. This is 1st and goal from about the 8. They'll run with Chubb. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Nick Chubb, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers have moved out in front.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. Gold with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you've got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk is a big decision here.
Now a play fake here on first down. Steps away. Now he'll turn and throw deep back to the other side of the... It's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Back to throw now on first down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. The Cowboys looking to get going again in a hurry.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper in the final seconds of the first half. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point forthcoming. Extra point splits the uprights. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Garoppolo, a final shot here before half. Going up top. And his throw is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in this NFC divisional round matchup. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. A trip to the NFC title game hanging in the balance. Second half action back underway. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
And got his man complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one goes for 36 yards. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. This quarterback now 13 out of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st down. He'll look to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed at the half just being torn in shreds or being erased off of the Microsoft Surface tablets because none of it is working. They are really locked in on offense.
On 1st down, they'll run it on the draw play. Showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
And they'll go on the ground. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. A great effort there. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Cowboys have broken the tie. Point after, right down the middle. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
The Niners on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Goodwin able to haul it in. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Garoppolo to Goodwin there for a 49er first.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Garoppolo now, 10 of 17 throwing the ball. He's got a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. He's going to look deep down the field. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Chubb. And this has been a recurring theme tonight for sure. Nowhere to run. Back to the line of scrimmage, that's all. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And this is going to be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that, first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 as they line up, 2nd and 10. They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now Garoppolo. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10.
Gun! Hurry up, here we go!
They'll try and start this drive in the air. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Completion was given up, but that's why you play zone defense, so that you can have people around the ball when it's caught, and you don't give up much run after the catch.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hurry up, here we go! Boom!
On play action, they'll throw. Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. This is caught. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Amari Cooper saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game. And the Cowboys will extend their lead. And he's got it up and through. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. They run again on first down, Chubb. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
But if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Garoppolo to throw on second down. And this will be incomplete.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
13. Here we go.
They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. And he took the contact as he was throwing it. And the ball drops incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. So that'll be marked down as a 19-yard punt. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The offense for the Cowboys now working their way back onto the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Lucky 56.
Back to throw. Forced out to his left. And that's going to be incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
The Cowboys on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
All right, here we go. 3-19. 3-19. Gun.
They're going to look to throw. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
13.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He's got a man, complete. And they do get him out of bounds finally, but the damage is done. A big hitter on what proves to be the final play of the third quarter. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Here we go. Go ahead.
Handoff comes to Peterson. And he'll take this inside the 30 to about the 29, maybe the 28-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. Again, Peterson. And he'll be taken down just shy of the red zone at the 21. Good work to pick up 7 yards there. That gets him into a 3rd and 1 situation. Garoppolo to throw. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. He needed a yard. That's what he got. And it's going to earn him a new set of downs. Now it's AP, Adrian Peterson. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Back to the ground. This time it's Chubb. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Nick Chubb, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And the 49ers are back within a score. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Gold now out to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now here come the Cowboys. Now, the previous drive they punted, but that was just the first time they've had to do so in this game.
And when they turn on the game film, the coaches will rant about this, right? They'll say, oh, God, we got to move the ball, guys. We can't punt the ball away. But they have to keep smiles off their faces because that's the first time in the game they've had to do so. They've moved it quite well. They'll overall be happy with what they've seen.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And not a whole lot doing there, so he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Leopard! Leopard! Hot! Hot!
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the fourth.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the fourth quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the fourth quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
They go play action here on first down. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he'll get him a little space here up to the 5-yard line. And the tackle there by Chris Long.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech.
Lucky 56.
From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. Flushed out right. On the crossing route, complete. It's Hodges. 2 catches now in this divisional round matchup. That one, a first down. This is something you got to be wary of defensively. I mean, just because they're in the mode of trying to burn some clock doesn't mean they won't pass it, and they got good yardage out of that one.
Yeah, and really, when you're looking at it, now they've got a fresh set of downs. Look for second down. If they want to take another shot and try and loosen things up, that'd be the time to do it.
Thanks to that last play, a little more room to operate. 1st and 10 at the 18.
No. Check. Patriot.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on second down.
Hey. You got three. Three down.
And they'll run it here. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Hurry up, here we go. Blue line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He'll buy some time right. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken from just outside the 30. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And last time, one-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Chubb will get the call, running left. Finding room inside the 40. And finally brought down at the 38. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Pass complete to his receiver, Pettis. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Wait.
They'll go left side on the ground with Chubb. And he'll go down at the 28. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
6. Like 80. 11.
He'll look to throw. Flush to his right. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 14 down to the 14. Inside of a minute to go now. 2 timeouts left. Still in pretty good shape.
I think they're in excellent shape here if they use the timeouts judiciously and use the sideline as an additional timeout.
And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. The 49ers moving hastily. They're scurrying to the line. They run it again with Chubb. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. They still got 2 timeouts. Got to start using them, don't they?
You absolutely have to. You save them for this situation, but you have to use them.
7th play of the drive upcoming here on 3rd and 6.
11.
They pitch it to Chubb. Oh, twisting away. And he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the first down as he's tackled at the 2. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7, but first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal. A toss play to Chubb. Fighting for the end zone. He lost the football. It's out. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. And they were hoping to get down there, get the score, and get this thing into overtime. How deflating.
Absolutely. I mean, let's face it, heartbreaking. They had an opportunity, had a chance, and probably were feeling pretty good about what was going on, and that was taken away from them by their own mistake.
Yeah, the opportunity squashed. And whistles, and they take their final timeout with 7 seconds left. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he will forge his way forward only up to the 2-yard line.